All right. So I just did a segment on how Donald Trump can win the 2024 presidential election. Now I'm going to do a segment on how I think Kamala Harris can win the 2024 election. As a Democrat advocate sort of thing, just to know what we need to trick Kamala Harris into not doing. So first, what could Kamala do to win the vote? So Kamala Harris could become more pro-Palestine. So what she could do? She could convince Joe Biden to cut foreign aid to Israel, ban trade with Israel, ban Israeli goods in U.S., and have Benjamin Netanyahu arrested or assassinated, one of the two. If she did that, imagine how much praise I would give her. I would be like, man, now I feel split between Kamala and Trump because Kamala just did this super base thing. And she would instantly win every single leftist vote. A lot of leftists aren't going to vote for her because she's a Zionist. And leftists don't like Zionism because it's awful. But if she did that, then she would instantly rally like 99% of leftists under her and get 99% of the leftists' votes. So she could do that. Now, she could also run on free healthcare. That's another way she would unite leftists under her. And I think she would unite most of the Democrats. Now, is she going to unite Democratic elites? I don't think so. But a lot of working class Democrats do want free healthcare, not just the leftists. So I think that would help her win this election a lot. And this, I think, is the most important advice. Don't ever talk about political correctness. Don't ever talk about political correct outrage. And no identity politics. So what did Hillary Clinton do? Hillary Clinton ran campaigns on PC outrage. She would say, oh my gosh, Trump said the illegal aliens are rapists. He called them rapists. Trump said grab them by the you-know-what. Trump made fun of that person with the disability. Trump did this. Trump did that. Trump said there was that. I think this ad was called Role Models, if I'm not mistaken, but it just had Trump doing politically incorrect things, like saying, she had blood coming out of her eyes. She had blood coming out of her whatever. And so why was this such a bad campaign? Because this doesn't affect us. This is stupid political correct nonsense. Is that vulgar? Yes. Is that genteel? No. Is that churlish? Sure. But I'm not going to vote on which presidential candidate is the most classy. I'm going to vote on which presidential candidate has the better policies, and which presidential candidate has the best rhetoric, and which presidential candidate will move the Overton window to a better spot. Those are the issues I'm voting on, not which candidate is the most classy. That's not something people vote on. I guess George Bush Sr. voted on it, but he's awful. So why should we follow him? Then she would say glass ceiling, break the barriers. So she would say, you need to vote for me because we should have our first women president, and it would be good for feminism if America had a woman president. So So my response to that would be, no, women shouldn't be allowed to become president. But you know what normal people usually respond to that with? Who cares? I don't care whether you're a man or a woman. I care about whether you're going to make my life better or worse. And I care whether you're going to make the country better or worse. That's what normal people respond with. I'm not normal, but hopefully more people will become. Well, now we're getting onto a different subject, but that's how normal people respond. So if so if what Kamala Harris needs to do is if Trump did a tweet out that saying like said something along the lines of, if Kamala Harris wins the election, um, the White House is going to smell like fried chicken and curry. um, she shouldn't say, "Oh my gosh, this is racist. This is so racist. Don't vote for him because this is racist." Do you know what should do? That nutty guy. Now, moving on to my better policies, moving on to my superior policies. That's how she should respond. Um, because if she runs ads and talks about political correctness or identity politics, she's instantly going to lose all of the white men. There's a lot of white male Democrats, and she'll lose them if she does that. Donald Trump in 2016 there were a lot of white male Democrats that voted for him, and it was because of poppycock like that. And if Trump does something that she perceives as racist or sexist, ignore it or laugh at it. Don't get outraged by it and don't make a big deal out of it. And don't run on being a woman of color. Run on being a candidate with superior policies and superior rhetoric. But here's something I want everyone to know. Whatever you do, don't let Kamala Harris see this video because I don't want her to win. I want her to lose. So, what would be my greatest hope for Kamala Harris? That over this next month, she runs nonstop ads saying, vote for me because I'm a woman of color and we need a woman of color in the White House because for feminism, and this will make America feminist. So vote for the women of color to be a good ally to women of color. I would like to see ads like that, and I would like to see her running ads saying, Donald Trump said this politically incorrect thing. We can't vote for him, and you need to vote for me because you can't vote for the candidate that says politically incorrect things. I would have a giant smile on my face if she was running those ads because then I would know she would lose because everyone hates those ads. Those are so cringe. So she'll lose, and my boy Trump will win. So don't show her this video, and if you know Kamala Harris, then tell her to run those ads because we need her to lose this election.